Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate your indulgence. I think there has been some recent activity that indeed does call into question FINRA's conduct. While some may suggest it's hyperactivity, I think that the events going back to May 6, 2010 flash crash, when the Dow Jones Industrial Average rapidly dropped about 600 points in 5 minutes before quickly rebounding, that event has brought further evidence to light. Recently, on April 21, 2015, the CFTC and the Department of Justice announced that the agencies were bringing civil and criminal charges, respectively, against Davinder Singh Sarao, a UK trader who had been manipulating the global financial markets from his home for years for allegedly helping to cause the May 6, 2010 flash crash. As reported in the New York Times, Mr. Sarao is accused of entering and withdrawing thousands of orders worth tens of millions of dollars, each on hundreds of trading days, in an attempt to push down the price of futures contracts tied to the value of the Standard & Poor's 500, a practice known as spoofing. Once the price fell, Mr. Sarao would buy the contracts and reap the profits. However, on the day that the flash crash on May 6, 2010, prosecutors contend that Mr. Sarao placed large orders repeatedly over several hours, leaving the market vulnerable to big moves when another big trade came in from an investor in the United States. Reports indicate that the regulators completely missed Mr. Sarao's activity because they weren't looking at complete data. As a result, it took regulators 5 years to actually track down the actual culprit of the flash crash. The equity markets have rapidly evolved. Now there are thousands of stocks and over 1,000 ETFs trading on 11 stock exchanges. There has been the introduction of over 40 dark pools. And I think what we would like to hear from the witness is whether the fragmentation of liquidity has hurt your cross-market surveillance methods, and do you think there are too many venues to trade securities on? If FINRA is responsible for regulation in the securities industry and can reach across securities markets centers to look for manipulative behavior, and I'm just wondering, with the evolution of the markets, does FINRA still have the ability to do that, to reach across asset classes like futures and currencies? Since many strategies today employed by proprietary traders reach across various asset classes, do you think it would make sense for the CFTC and the SEC to work more closely together and share that information? Those are some of the questions that I think the flash crash investigation has raised, and be interesting to hear the answers from our witness, and I yield back the balance of my time.